Hey people, we are live or not, almost live, getting there to be live, going to be live, something another live. Where are we? Getting there, come on. Come on, Instagoo. Come on, Instagoo. Come on. You can do it, Insta.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, Instagoo. Anyways, how are we doing, people? Get out of the way, cat. Come on. So tonight is Wow Wednesday. Go live. Tonight is Wow Wednesday, and what a Wow Wednesday it is indeed.
The cat left me.
You can feel free to try and take him with.
He doesn't want me because I don't have a cat litter in my room tonight.
Well, then don't sleep with the door open. I mean, shut.
No thanks.
Yeah.
Kiss.
All right, love you. Good night. All right, come on, go.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I've got to go to Plymouth and record a whole bunch of stuff and do videos.
You can't turn on the hose for me?
I could. All right, anyways, peoples, tonight's Wow Wednesday, and tonight's been an amazing day in that aspect because, well,
I'll take him and he will survive for 4 hours.
okay.
And if he does it, guess who gets his nose rubbed in it?
Yep, that sounds good. Good night, babe. Love you. Love you too, babe. Love you too, babes. So, today's topic was speak before you feel ready. And you know what? The funny thing is, I woke up this morning and I'll be honest, I didn't even look at the. Love you too, bud. Good night. I didn't even look at the TV screen or anything like this. It just it was like, wow, cool, neat. Well, woke up, worked out, and you know what? I looked at my cameras, and on my cameras I've got this little motivation thing that you know my AI creates a little motivational poster every day. You guys have seen it. It gets posted out on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, and it goes up on one. It's a camera that's on my camera screens, so it lets me know, and I can try and focus on that thought for the day. And so this morning I was like, oh hey, speak before you feel ready. I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, I'll keep that in mind. I'll focus on that all day long, and then I'm planning my idea for it and everything like this, and got the coffee, and I'm sitting there relaxing and reading this morning and drinking my coffee, and I'm like, well, you know what? It's time to check the email. And I go through the email, and all of a sudden the one email popped up. Oh, it wasn't actually the email that popped up. My AI told me I should check my email first, that there's some important email in there. And so I went in there and checked it out, and sure enough, there is. I got the notice that my talk when I was at TEDx in Swords Road, Kentucky, my TEDx video was finally posted on YouTube, which means I can share it all out I want now, and I can talk about it, and I can try and everything, and it's awesome. The fact that it's now officially published and it's out there, and it's awesome, because you know what? For a long time, I didn't think I was ready for the big time like that. And a lot of people are like, TEDx, what's TEDx? Well, you know what? In the speaking industry, and if you ask your teenagers, they know what TEDx is because they watch that stuff in school all the time. And so for me, I didn't think I was ready for big time, but I still spoke before. I still jumped up on that stage, and I still turned around and did my TEDx talk. I still turned around and showed up. And with that TEDx talk officially dropping, it reminded me that I really am ready to speak. Now, because I didn't wait for perfect conditions. I didn't wait for clarity. I stepped down into Georgetown, Kentucky, and I delivered. And now it's on the TED Talk or TEDx YouTube channel for the world to see. Not just me, not just my couple thousand followers, but the world. Now that's awesome. And you know what? The truth behind the message? It's been a busy day for me. I mean, peer pressure alone. I mean, I've been contacted a lot today. I mean, my phone has been literally ringing off the hook today. Not only that, I'm also hiring 5 new sales agents. I'm also trying and dealing with a lot of moments where I didn't feel like I was ready, but yet that internal voice is saying, hey, do it. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. And sometimes that's what we have to do. We have to do it anyways, even if we don't feel like we're ready. Whether it's speaking, or whether it's trying and going into that classroom, or whether it's going into that gym, or whether it's going into sure, thank you, I guess. I'll have to decipher that. Thank you, Dimitri, I guess. I'm hoping Grippy's good. I know my daughter said I look like Unk. Like, well, Oh, okay. Yeah, all right, maybe not. Boom, goodbye. Anyways, so the point is that when you decide to show up anyway, when you don't feel up to showing up, that's what really matters. When you show up for that new job, when you show up for that new business idea, for that funding for that business idea that you want to go for, when you show up in the gym to try and work on losing weight, or building some muscles, or something like this, you're never ready. So you just gotta try. Because see, we all deal with setbacks in our life. We all have to deal with a transformation moment where where we think we're ready for it, we try it, and then we get knocked down. Thank you. We try it and we get knocked down. We try it and we get knocked down. And the old the story is, get knocked down 7 times, get back 8, get back up 8. I've got a T-shirt out there like that. But you know what? This is where you you basically withstood more than you know, because you wouldn't be here if you stayed down. When life hits you, whether it's a car accident, or you lose that job you like, or you try and get kicked out of high school, sort of like myself, I got kicked out of high school. Yeah, or you get thrown in jail. I've been thrown in jail. When life does some when life does some really nasty stuff to you, when life drops some really nasty stuff on you, and throws you down to the ground, and kicks you around a lot, it's a challenge. It's a challenge getting back up. You know, but you know what? The point is you don't quit. And the thing is, most people wait for confidence to get back up. Most people wait for a moment of motivation for them to get back up. But motivation is just a feeling. Motivation is just a temporary thing. Motivation is a fleeting moment, more or less. What really happens is a transformation that you have to make called discipline. Discipline falls in that category of, yeah, I really should get back up. Yeah, I really should go to the gym and work out, but it's raining outside. I don't want to walk to the gym. Yeah. I I really should go to work today, but I just don't feel like going to work today. I really want to get perfect attendance in school, but I'm tired today. And so that's where discipline kicks in. Discipline kicks in by saying, well, so what? So you're tired. Go tired. No, I take online courses, thank you. And so discipline kicks in when motivation fails. When motivation fails and you don't have that feeling of you wanting to get up and do anything, discipline kicks in and says, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter if you don't feel like going to the gym. Go anyways. It doesn't matter if you don't feel like going to work. Go anyways. You're going to need it at the end of the week. It doesn't matter if you don't feel like going to class. Go anyways. Because see, you know what? You learn faster when you're already in the arena. You learn faster when you're already there. And discipline helps you get there. And so, yep, gotta love. And this is right there where I kind of, yeah. Nice try there, pizza. Nice try. Gotta work harder. Anyways, see, you learn faster when you're already in the arena. It's sort of like going in a kitchen and cooking on a stove. Sooner or later, you're going to get burnt. But the thing is, though, is that you're not going to learn how to cook unless, of course, you try it. You're not going to learn what temperature to try and use to boil water, or what temperature to use to cook meat, or what temperature to use to saute the onions, unless, of course, you try it. You'll never learn until you try. So speak before you feel ready falls in that category. Try it. You never know if you're ready for it or not. That goes for being in a gym. That goes for going to class. That goes for trying that new job that you want. That goes for trying and wanting to try anything in your life, whether it's a hobby or a new sport. Because you know what? I'll be honest. You got to do something. Busy days are the best days to show up. Because you know what? Busy days are just, they go by so fast. I'll be honest. All right. Busy days are amazing in a sense that you get so much going on that you lose track of time. And but at the same time though, you're able to get so many people happy. You're able to help so many people. You're able to try and take care of so many things. And when I say help people, they look at you and say, wow, you've really got a lot done today. I could never get that much done. See, people are always watching you no matter what. They watch what you do, they watch what you say, they watch how you react. So whether or not you like it or not, they're watching you. And earlier tonight I was doing an interview at a Taekwondo dojing or whatever it's called. And one of the masters that were there, he was talking about when he first started when he was like 18 years old in Taekwondo, and his masters were telling him that you always have to try and take care of the younger belts, and that it's part of what's called integrity and discipline. Because the younger belts, while they're not as good as you are, you also have to try and hold back on wailing on them, because it's not entirely all about punching and kicking. It's also about discipline and integrity and morals. Because just because you can doesn't necessarily mean you should. And so that's the thing, is that when you learn something, you basically owned. Interesting. Yeah. See, those storms that you went through, once you withstood them, you learned how to overcome them. When you started speaking before you were ready, when you started going to that job before you were ready, when you started going into that class before you were ready, when you started going into that gym before you were ready, you were learning, you were overcoming, you were outlasting the pain. You are learning from the pain. You were learning from the challenges that were thrown at you. And now that you've learned, you've got that weathered wisdom, that now you own those stories. Now you own that knowledge. Now you own those scars. Now you own those stories. And it's like, one thing I have to ask is where you need to identify one area where you feel that you've been wanting to basically start ownership of. Maybe it was starting your own business. Maybe it was wanting to try and start your own faceless YouTube channel. Or maybe having a conversation with somebody that you really should have a conversation with, but you're procrastinating on it. Or maybe it's launching another business idea or another book idea, or maybe perhaps launching an idea that could help and benefit people. Maybe it's even a medical idea that might save people's lives. You never know. Because your next move doesn't need permission. It just needs courage to stand up. You just need to own it and stand up and say it. Start that business. Post that video. Have that hard discussion. Launch your idea. Speak the truth about something. Because see, you'll never get your dreams unless you take that first step. You'll never get to try and experience what a winner is unless you take that risk. Because risk isn't the enemy. Risk is the doorway. Risk is basically the toll booth between who you were and who you are becoming. All right, creepy. The cat's looking at weird stuff. See, the TEDx proved it for me. You need to find out what will prove it for you. You need to find out what will help you believe in yourself. Because I believe anybody out there can do anything they want to do as long as they believe in themselves, as long as they're not lazy, as long as they have a dream to get it done and they're not lazy, they can do it. You see, I didn't get on that TEDx stage by playing safe. I had to step out. I had to step up on stage. I had to step up in front of 100, 200 people. And now Now I'm on the TEDx website where millions of people around the world are watching. That's cool. And the thing is that you are stepping into rooms where you weren't ready for since you were born. You've been stepping in rooms where you weren't prepared for since you were born. You were stepping in rooms where you weren't comfortable since you were born. Risk has been with you since the day you were born. And nobody feels ready before that leap. But you know what? That leap creates readiness. The very first time you went to take your first steps was a risk. You could have fallen on your booty. The very first time you went to try to ride your bicycle growing up was a risk. You could have drawn and wrecked it and snapped your neck off. The very first time you played football or volleyball or basketball, you risk getting a broken nose or a broken bone or something. Life is full of risks. You take them every day. People think that they don't take a risk, but every time you step outside your house, I mean, there's a whole bunch of movies out there called Final Destination that pretty much prove to you that life is full of risk, and you're not even safe in your own house. Life is full of risks. Once you step outside that door, you open up so many doors for car accidents, meteors coming flying out of the sky, a bird pooping in your eye. You know, nobody feels ready before the leap. But that step, hey Alicia, that step, that leap, that creates readiness. That creates the clarity. That moment you risk embarrassment, that moment you risk failure, that moment you risk being judged, that's when your voice sharpens. That's when your whole persona sharpens. That's when you learn. That's when you build your confidence that you can do it. That's when you show others that they can do it too. Because you know what? Risk exposes your real identity. Where safety chokes you. I'll be honest. Safety chokes you. Safety kills your dreams. Safety makes it all nice and comfortable. You know, you don't have to try and go outside in the rain where you might get struck by lightning. Just stay inside, but you'll never get to dance and sing in the rain. You know, my mother said it best on her deathbed. I would rather regret the things that I've done than the things that I've not done, but wanted to do. And you know what? Being safe chokes you. Safe choices hide you from opportunities to excel. Safe choices hide you from opportunities to be great. Those safe choices suffocate your dreams. They suffocate your future. They keep telling you that it's okay. It's okay. Just we really don't need to try and go to the store today. We don't need to. We don't need to try and oh, excuse me. We don't need to play soccer because we might get a broken bone. We don't need to play um We don't need to drive to work because we might get into a car accident. We don't need to run and wear high heel shoes because we might break a heel and fall and embarrass ourselves. Safe choices may keep you safe, but they don't try and help you excel in life. It's like the harbor. Boats are made to be on the ocean, but yet where are they parked at? The harbor. Are boats made to sit at the harbor? No. They're made to go out and explore in the ocean. They're made to go out and explore the lake. In fact, when storms come, where's the safest place for a boat? Is it in the harbor? Nope. The safest place for a boat is out at sea during a storm. Because when a boat is in the harbor during a storm, it gets pushed against the dock and it's going to sink. It's going to get drawn and pushed and damaged and game over. So you might think that your home is a safe spot for it, but you weren't made to live at home all the time. You were made to go out and enjoy life. You're made to go out and risk. You're made to go out there and try new things. Because risk reveals you. Risk polishes you. Risk shows your courage. Risk shows if you're a leader or not. Ooh. Risk shows if you're the type of a leader that waits for certainty or moves on risk. Tell you a little story about Jesus talks about a guy, a rich man that went on a trip, and before he left, he gave 3 of his servants money. He gave one servant like 10 talents, another servant 5 talents, and another servant 1 talent, and said, "Do what you can with this. Hold on to this until I come back." And so he left. When he came back, he came to the servant he gave 10 talents to and said, "All right, what'd you do with my talents?" And a servant with 10 talents says, "Well, I took it and I invested it. I bought a cow and I took the cow and I sold the milk and once I sold the milk and I ended up raising a cow until it was a time to butcher, and we butchered the cow and we sold the meat and I tripled your $10 your 10 talents that you gave me. Great job," he goes. "Great job." He's like, "That's your gift." He goes to the guy they gave 5 talents to and he says, "What'd you do with your 5 talents?" And the guy says, "Well, I took the 5 talents and I bought some precious stones and we took them over to the market and we sold them and we ended up trying and doubling the money." "That's great. Good job. Excellent." He goes, the guy they gave the 1 talent to, "What'd you do with the 1 talent I gave you?" It's like, "Well, you see, I knew that you're such a smart man and love your money so much that I didn't want to lose it. So I took it out back and I buried it. But I remember where it's at. Come on, let's go dig it up." "What? You buried it? You could have at least put it in a bank so I could have made interest on it." And see, that's the moral here is while the guy that had 10 talents could have risked losing all 10 talents, He took that risk and he tripled the money. He tripled his opportunities. He tripled his ability to take care of his family by taking a risk. Same thing for the guy with the 5 talents. He took a risk and he doubled it. For that last leader, he didn't take a risk. He buried it. That last leader ended up getting fired. He was probably fired for being work impaired. But you know what? The thing is that leaders don't wait for certainty. They move while things are risky. They move while the ground is shaking. They speak while their hands are still shaking and their voice cracks. Their knees are knocking. See, your story, your setbacks, the times that you have fall and get back up, those are what rebuilds your transformation. And none of it changes until you took that risk that scared you. Wow. Gotta love the hate out there. Have a nice one. Anyways, man, we got a lot of crazies out there tonight, don't we? So, anyways, see, risk is the bridge between your vision and your reality. Because ideas are cheap. Anybody can have an idea. But taking the steps, execution, that's expensive. And risk is the toll. Risk is the payment you have to pay for your vision. Because see, small risks like posting a video or making a call is small. It's no big deal. But you know what? Taking and launching an idea, or better yet, showing up constantly at that gym, or showing up constantly at that new job, or showing up constantly at that new business idea seminar that you're going to, that's a medium risk. Starting a new business, starting a new job, starting a new hobby, stepping on stage at that TEDx. All those things there can change your life trajectory. And those are high risks. Because every level of your life demands a higher level of risk. If you're still taking last year's risks, you're living last year's life. One of my favorite quotes is, if you've always did what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. That and the other one is if the dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. Because see, that's the thing though. That's the thing. Is you have overcame problems in the past. You have stood back up after a failure. You've stood up after a bankruptcy, after a breakup, after a divorce, after a fire, after a car accident, after getting kicked out of school, after getting arrested, after drug addiction, after alcohol addiction, after whatever addiction, after losing your business, after getting fired. You've all withstood it. You've all stood back up. You've all owned more than people have seen. And it's time for you to win in a way that nobody can ignore. It's time to speak up, because your next move will be your loudest one yet. I believe in you.